Welcome back. This episode of Live Arena is brought to you by my favorite champion, VULKANOS. I have rebuilt him since last time. Last time I had him in regen and some stone skin. One turn of stone skin and regen. This time I've got him in 6 turns of stone skin and then some miscellaneous bonuses. Like I'm getting the 20 res from the supersonic, some crit rate from the Slayer, some more resistance from the protection. I got him all the way up to 800 and what is that? 877? 877 resistance total. I think this is the second most resistant I've ever made anybody. Only a few points shy of the 900 resist I have on Cardinal. Anyway, let's get into Live Arena. How are you all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm back in my home in the forests of Ontario. I'm a little sunburned from Florida. I put on lots of sunscreen. I put on a big wide brim hat. I'm trying to figure out if I have that around here actually to show you the hat I wore. Yeah, I do. In a moment, if I remember. But I put on this big wide hat to completely cover my face. I put myself in sunscreen, and I still sunburned. I have the most unbelievably fair skin, and there's nothing fair about it. It's unfair. Anyway, so this is going to be the VULKANOS Fumor test, number 3. But I want to start with Duchess, because we're going to need a full demon team. So I'm going to take Duchess, then I'm going to go for Mortu Macabre and probably Helikath. And actually, yeah. So I'll take those two. I rebuilt Helikath as well. I've made him even faster than before. I think before he was running it at maybe 220 speed, and he had stone skin, and he had 25% chance of protection. Now he's got 9 pieces of protection. And unfortunately, I think that might actually be worse. I might want to change him back. I've also decided I want to take Wither. I've put her in stone skin and Guardian gear so that she can absorb some of the damage. And of course, I'm taking VULKANOS. And hopefully, not all of my opponents will eliminate VULKANOS, because if all of my opponents eliminate him, then I guess this is just a test of my other demons. But I mean, I've got the stats up top and everything that you can see, so hopefully we get to use him. I think I'm most scared of the 6-star polymorph plus the increased resistance. That's probably all going to be really annoying to deal with. And I do get to keep VULKANOS. Can't guarantee that he'll survive though, because he's got the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker can pretty much insta-kill somebody, and Duchess can't veil him because she's not here. But am I fast enough to go first? Nope. Oh, but I do get to put in my block damage. I don't know if that'll stop the Nutcracker. I don't think it will. It's also not protected on Fumor, but he does have that 877 resist. So I'm hoping that's going to help fend off the Armanzas of the world. I'm actually surprised this guy didn't go with Armanz out of the gate. So we've already lost VULKANOS. So it's all going to come down to Mortu Macabre again. I guess I have to take him down first. And I'm going to end up having to take him down again because of Marichka. This is going to be a rough first fight. I'm not going to mince my words here. This will be a rough first fight. Maybe I'll just go after Marichka. She has to get taken down sooner or later anyway. I zoned out. Who did I even pick as my lead? Did I pick Volcanoes? I should have picked Wither. That would have given me an extra 50 resist on everybody, which would tremendously help both Volcanoes and more too. That was kind of part of my thinking when I picked Wither, but I think I absent-mindedly picked Volcanoes. Anyway, hopefully I didn't get my peril. You know what? I'm just gonna say good game to my first opponent. I don't think I was gonna win that anyway, and I didn't really feel like slowly losing. I'm sure you understand. Oh well, I wait for an opponent then. Yep, don't see anybody. All right, so here is my wide brim hat. Now imagine you're on vacation. You're wearing a hat like this. And you still get sunburn. How are you supposed to feel about that? So, I'm going to start with Duchess. I mean, maybe this is why I'm so obsessed with all these demon characters. I want to, like I'm burned by the sun. Now I want to take it out on all of you. So now I'm going to be the one that burns everybody with my HP burn champions. I could even use Drexthar and Sissia. But the thing is, I mean, they're really just there for Volcanoes, though. I'm going to stick to my original strat. I'm going to bring Helicath. I don't know why I'm having trouble seeing him today. He's right here. He's right there, Gavin. And the last two will be Wither and Volcanoes. And I will take Wither's aura probably, especially because they've got an Armanz and he's got 6 stars here, meaning he's got the extra 75 added to accuracy. And people tend, and she's got increased accuracy. So I'm going to have to eliminate one or the other. I might eliminate Arbeus because I don't want to deal with the increased accuracy. And if his final champion also has increased accuracy, then I guess I'll just eliminate Armanz. But also, there's a lot of buffs that come over these two, and if I get to keep Volcanoes, it might actually be easier if I just got rid of Armanz. And I was half expecting to see Harima. If I see Harima at all, Harima's like death to everybody. But Volcanoes burns through her. The problem is she might get banned. That's the one problem. She, he. I have a problem with my pronouns. I'm sorry. I'm going to eliminate. Arbeus. I think she's probably going to be the biggest problem, and we're going to get to see: do I have enough resistance to handle this Armanz, or this guy for that matter? So I'm basically expecting your standard Armanz is probably going to have at least 750 resist. So we can watch those buffs kind of work against them. Aha! I resisted. Nice. Oh my god. 17 seconds. He just buffed himself to death. Now that is why I love Volcanoes Fumor. That's unbelievable. I didn't even do anything. I just sat there and watched him die. Well, that was so much fun. Let's do it again, if we can. I think Volcanoes Fumor is going to go down as my favorite champion in this game. Full stop. I don't think there's ever going to be a replacement. He was the hardest champion for me to acquire of any of the ones that I've ever done. If you think about everything, I mean, I suppose you could argue that Marius is a little bit harder to acquire because you have to go through an entire track of missions. But it took me about 1,000 shards. I guess it was only about 660 some shards on this account, but I was trying to pull them on 2 different accounts. Anyway, I'll take these 2. But then you have to start thinking about, okay, how easy is it to acquire an ancient shard? You get 1 every 5 days from doing all of your dailies. You get 1 every 7 days as a login bonus. And then you can kind of get them all the time from Clan Boss, but you have to have a good Clan Boss team to begin with. Anyway, I think he was worth the effort. And also, I've said this before and I'll say this again, I am winding down my playing at this point. Let's see, who do I want to eliminate? I'm going to get rid of Rhonda. I think she worries me the most. And I'll take the resistance. 877 resistance becomes, what, 927 resistance? So I'm hoping 927 resistance is enough. But every time I see them go first, especially if Armands comes in and uses his stun wave, he didn't, and Fumor resisted it. Excellent, that's the plan. But Helikath is the one that I'm having the most trouble with now. He has a tendency to get locked out too quickly, like here. But yeah, this is working out great. I mean, poor Olga just decided, nope, not worth it. If I can't stop that VULKANOS. So resistance is obviously the key. Because when he had a lot of regen, he was really good. I'm talking about VULKANOS. VULKANOS was really good against lots of single player stuff. Like I'd use him in Hydra and he'd stay alive well. But basically, if you pair him with Duchess, you've already got somebody who can revive him whenever he drops, keep him behind a veil. So I'm going to go with Duchess. And you know what? Because I'm picking second, I'm going to go with Mortu and then Duchess. Anyway, resist looks like it makes all the difference. And I learned this the hard way. I didn't learn it by being smart and just sitting here and thinking, oh, that's interesting. And thinking about it. I mean, I was thinking about it, but then I fought some VULKANOS teams in the arena, and they all seemed to be slow with a lot of resistance. And my God, that's effective. So I'm copying them to some extent. I don't know anybody else that actually has VULKANOS. I think there's one other guy in my clan that has VULKANOS, actually. So I could maybe ask him how he's built his. I'm going to go with Mortu. I'm going to go with Duchess. But high resist stone skin creates a lot of problems because a lot of his power comes from that passive. And that's why I really like the HP burn blessing. It really completes the nightmare that is VULKANOS. So I'll go with Helikath. And I mean, at this, you know what? I'm going to go with who I know I'm going to bring. I might even pass on Helikath just because I'm sick of him getting outsped and just doing nothing. I may have to switch him into Stone Skin or something like that. So here we've got somebody that can place bombs. 100% I'm going to be banning her. Maybe I am safer with Helikath just in case we get bombed out and in case he can place block damage. Even then, I don't know, because this is the one guy that puts bombs that just sort of go off right away. but I'll confirm it anyway. I will get rid of her so there's no increased resistance. And I'm still going to go for the resist aura. Sadly, no VULKANOS this time, but I don't need him. I've still got more too. Nope, no I don't. So that's not a good sign. I'm just gonna resign. And that's 5 fights already, eh? I feel like we haven't been playing all that long. How long has it been? 15 minutes? 5 fights in 15 minutes? That is not bad. Of course, one of those was a bye, and another one of them was a 17-second fight. Okay, I'm gonna take Duchess. At some point, just to be different, during this session, I might actually pick Armands and go for the meta champions. I don't think this demon strategy is the best strategy. Wow, look at that. That already has me thinking this is not a great idea. So I'm actually going to not go for the demons this time. So I'll take Armands and I will take, say, Sun Wukong. I don't know. I could go for it. I mean, you only live once, right? Let's go for it. I'm gonna take the demons, even though this is already extremely hostile to my plan. I'm not even sure how to handle this, but I probably have to ban her. But even Harima's polymorph is just... That's a lot. This is a lot of polymorph. And then he's got Rhodos. Okay. So I'll take Fumor. I will take her. I'm not even sure who I need to eliminate. There's just so much hate here. But I think I'll make it Harima. I think that's kind of the biggest problem we have now. There are a lot of buffs that are going to come from the other 3, so if I get to keep Fumor, I have a chance. If he's smart, which I assume he is, he's going to ban Fumor, but he didn't. Oh, that's super interesting. So do I want to go for the resistance? Like, it's not even going to help protect against a 6-star polymorph, which he's got 2 of. So I'm going to get polymorphed for sure. So I may as well go for the speed and defense. If I were to assign a percentage chance that I win this fight, I'd place it at about 5% chance. I mean, I'm going to get polymorphed really fast. I'm amazed I didn't get polymorphed the first time just because of the way polymorph is calculated. How did we not get polymorphed? I guess it's because the HP burn didn't get placed all that much. Okay, there it is. I mean, if the HP burn doesn't get placed that much, then you have the diminishing chance of getting the polymorph. Let's go for the increased defense then. And who do I want to take out? Let's just put up the shield. So when this roto starts to get going, that's when everybody starts to die. 6-star polymorph is really, I mean, that's kind of the meta strategy, really. I hate to see it, but that's just the way the game works right now. One of the reasons I'm kind of looking forward to just quitting this game completely. I know I keep talking about quitting, and this might actually be one of my last arena sessions. Because there are too many things that remind me of why I don't like this game. Just too many irritating mechanics, and everything is just too hard to do. So like everything I said about VULKANOS Fumor being my favorite champion, if you consider how much work went into getting just one champion in this game, and then you think about the other fun games that can be played, and it doesn't matter what game I mention, it's literally any of them. I think this game is the least fun game that I have ever played, but it's strangely addicting. I mean, you just get sucked right in. Like I am so all on board in going after so many fusions. It's really something. I mean, I have to admit to myself, I've become a raid addict. And that's why I have to wean myself off the game. So my main clan is starting to shrink now. I did make an announcement to the key people, to my deputies, that I was going to leave the game, and I wanted to nominate Mr. Burrito to be the new leader of the clan cluster. And he turned around and said, "Nah, I want to play less too." And so I was like, "Okay, that's fair." So then I turned to Charmop, who's like the most hardcore player in our clan, and I'm like, "Okay, so you want it? You want to be the new leader?" And he's like, "Nah, nah, I'm gonna find a stronger clan. Thanks though." And so he just immediately left. He immediately left. I mean, I still have the clan Discord, and we're all friends there, and we all still communicate. Probably all will, or maybe it's a lie, and we'll all just kind of go our own way, and we'll all forget about one another. But I'd like to think we're gonna stay friends on the Discord. Um, but he's already in a new clan, and as soon as the last of my remaining deputies saw that, he's like, "Huh, I guess I'm gonna find a new clan too." So the deputies are all gone. I've lost my deputies. Oh, I haven't lost them. I mean, Burrito is actually, he's got 3 different accounts that are running the BTPJ clan, which is kind of the intermediate clan that we've got. In fact, like, it's not even really intermediate anymore now that Burrito has 3 really strong accounts on it. It kind of looks like an endgame clan. It's actually starting to look more endgame than the main clan. And I'm thinking I'm just going to recommend to the other players from the main clan that they just go there. And then I can just sort of fade away. Anyway, that's later. I've still got roughly, what is it? It's 24/11/22. I got 5 weeks left before I have to quit this game. And by have to, I mean I have to. I've noticed that this game really interferes with my ability to be productive at anything. I can be at family functions and I'm sitting there with my phone just doing dailies and stuff like that. If I'm trying to work on anything, whether it be writing, whether it be coding, I'm constantly tabbing back to this app and making sure everything's lined up so that something is farming, so that I always feel like this account is continuing to farm. And I don't like a game that makes me feel that way, particularly if it puts me onto a schedule where I feel like a clan needs me to do something, or I need to do something by a certain time, or I'm going to miss out on a really awesome champion. So I want to get back to playing really games that are not on a clock. So far I'm noticing we've got increased accuracy from him and a lot of buffs. He's the only one that really requires accuracy outside of him, though, so I'm going to wait and see who this final champion is, and that's going to determine... Oh, this is a 6-star polymorph, though. So I kind of want to eliminate all of them. It's too bad I can't just eliminate 3 champions, eh? Can't just say, okay, you know what? I get to keep all 5 of my champions, and you can drop 2. But I guess... I can get rid of him. That at least eliminates the polymorph. He's got the increased accuracy, but I bet he's actually going after Armand's. That's not a guarantee, but it's a gamble. If he goes after Armand's, I have a chance. So I can take this for the defense and the speed, or I can take this for the resistance. And really what I'm thinking is, if he gets that increased resistance up, we're kind of toast anyway. But I could gamble on it. Let's see, he's up against 877 resistance. If he manages to hit me with any debuffs out of the gate, then I don't even know. I guess he didn't even need his Marius. So this just reinforces the idea that I absolutely need to do something about Helikath. He is just doing nothing. Like, it's great if he manages to go first and put block damage and it's unremovable on all my champions, but this is just no bueno. Oh. That's the buffs doing their work. So now he's got increased accuracy, although he's already lost his sheep move, and now he's dead. Okay, things are looking up a little. I still have to worry about Sun Wukong. He's got increased accuracy. That could be a problem. Staff of Wonder. No, it didn't work. Neat. Well, let's use the... Actually, I'm just going to use the A1. I don't know. The A1 gets stronger every time you use it, but of course the AoE... I mean, she can only revive 1 at a time. So that already gives me a lot of power. Let's just do it that way. I think we got it. I think that's good game. Majestic. Actually, I'm going to take this off auto. You know what? I did that too quickly. Oh, that didn't even get him. Double weak hit. You gotta hate those double weak hits. So what am I doing? I'm hitting everybody. She's still got a turn. I think I whiffed it. I should have gone for Sify first. Now she's just reviving everyone. Well, good game, Majestic. You know, just when I thought I got you. You pull a fast one on me. Or I made a glaring error. That was a mistake. I should have taken out Sify. I should have known better. At this point, you know, I think I'm just going to stick with the demons for this whole session. Even though I would kind of like to start trying to outspeed them. Oh, and then he takes more to Macabre. Right when I say that. So that gives me pause. But I'm still going to go for the demons. Let's see what it's like if I can't have more to Macabre. So I'll bring... I guess I'll bring him then. And I'll bring Helikath. He is a pretty good pair for Sun Wukong. I do like to pair them when I can in the arena. In fact, when I pick when I start with Armands, usually what happens is they go with Lady Mikage and Sun Wukong. But if they don't go with Sun Wukong, I'll take Mortu Macab and Sun Wukong, just because of how well they pair together. Now I'm even thinking Sun Wukong is the one to eliminate, just because the whole plan is to have him keep coming back around Mortu or Ultimate Death Knight, who are probably behind Stone Skin. He's got a tough and tanky team here. So I'm going to take Volcanoes, and he's probably going to eliminate Volcanoes, but I'm going to take him anyway. And I have to think, do I want to maybe try I mean, yeah, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to take Wither. I'm basically expecting to lose Volcanoes. So I'm going to have to do most of my nuking with Candrafon. And that means I'm probably going to have to eliminate Sun Wukong, but maybe I need to eliminate Mortu Macab instead. This way I don't have to worry about any block revives. I'm going to eliminate Mortu Macab. And I'm going to take... What do I want as my aura? See, the other issue is I don't really have a lot of resistant champions at this point, but maybe I'll just take the speed. So I have to eliminate Ultimate Death Knight before anybody else goes down. This fight could be quite long, unless Sun Wukong kills me quickly, which is the worry. And because of Freya, I can't even kill Sun Wukong outright anyway. She basically prevents the first knockout attempt. Oh, cool. He can't even steal my block damage. It's all protected. So it actually panned out for once. Now I'm not sure what I want to do. I guess I could go for this now. Give me a sense of how much damage I can do to him. Maybe I put up some increased defense. It will help my defense-based Helicath. So this is... The strategy is going to be like this. I'm going to have to get through Ultimate Death Knight before anything happens. It sucks when this happens, but this is kind of the way the game is designed. I just kind of have to chip away at Ultimate Death Knight, and there's really nothing I can do about that. And actually, I probably anyway. Here's where I'm going with this. This is yet another thing I don't like about the game, is because it just kind of interrupts the whole flow of everything. That I have to slowly chip away at a slow Ultimate Death Knight. It wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the fact that everybody has them. I mean, even I use them, so I'm guilty of this too. That's part of the problem. It's effective. It's kind of like everybody picks Armands, except for today, apparently. Today, it wasn't everybody. It's usually everybody. But today it wasn't everybody. He's still maybe one of the most selected champions, but it wasn't everyone, was it? But when you start to see a meta that just kind of doesn't change at all, that's when it might be time to go. Also, I don't know if anybody is randomly interested in answering this specific question in the middle of the video, but someone in my clan chat mentioned that Raid was being sold. And this isn't the first time I've heard that. And at this point, because I plan on leaving anyway, it's not like it makes much of a difference to me, but I'm interested in knowing more. Of course, if I were that interested, why don't I just look it up myself? And the answer, my friends, is blown in the wind. But anyway, does anybody offhand know what's up with that? Is Raid being sold to somebody? My general sense of when a company gets sold, it's usually not good for anyone at all. No one. Even the guy that buys the company. Like, he has a plan to gut the services and kind of make the whole system more of a money-making machine. This is already a money-making machine, this game. So maybe somebody sees that and they're like, you know what? We could probably make even more money by gutting some of the coders, gutting some of the character designers, whatever it is that they think that they can gut to turn a profit. But the problem is that inevitably erodes the quality of the product or of the service. I guess this game could be seen more as a service than a product, because nobody really owns this game. You just kind of subscribe and you pay for stuff in the game. But the problem is you do that to a business, and what ends up happening is sooner or later the customers become frustrated. The employee retention is worse. The employee quality is worse because the good employees probably found a better place to work. The more skilled employees that have more options. And it creates a downward spiral. And ultimately the game just kind of falls apart. Anyway, luckily there's no reviver, so we've got rid of Krisk. Now we got to get rid of Ultimate Death Knight, and thank you. It's already gone, but whatever your name was, thank you for admitting that it was time to move on. Let's see. I don't even want to let this pollute my my inbox. I'll actually roll that one to see if it rolls a lot of speed, but for the rest of it, it can just go straight in the trash. I actually managed to get on top of my gear too. My inbox is now empty. My inventory is still completely full. Yet another complaint I have about the game is they've introduced too many new sets, and they have not expanded the space that we have, and I think we need more space, because I absolutely think it is important to keep sets. Somebody left a comment that the problem is that I'm hoarding shit gear. And my response to that, well, I mean, I responded to his comment, but a more specific response to that is, no, I'm not. You don't actually know what my gear situation looks like clearly, because all of my gear is good. And it's how I'm able to build so many champions well, because I keep the good gear. There's too much good gear to keep. That's my complaint. And another complaint, and this goes just straight towards the here, I better pick my champions quickly. I see Harima and I immediately think I want to not pick demons, but I'm going to fight that instinct and I'm just going to pick demons. The accessories. The fact that accessories, even like stone skin accessories, other accessories that have like a secondary function, tying those to a faction is insane. Like that's so bad for the players. It's so bad for the game. I can't believe that it's structured that way. And they've started adding a lot of specialty accessories that do that. And it's creating a mounting untenable situation. The players are going to start leaving. Again, it's part of, but not the entirety of my decision to leave. It's partly because of specifically accessories. It's partly because of this Intranos thing. There's a new boss coming that they're speculating about the new boss now, what that's going to be like, and quite frankly, anytime they talk about releasing new content into this game, it just fills me with dread. Who do I want to eliminate here? Do I want to eliminate Rhodos or Taras? I mean, all 5 of these guys are great. I think I want to eliminate her, just because there's really no way to kill her if we lose Volcanoes, which is what I'm expecting. Oh, but we lost Helicath, which I can live with. Now, we don't even need resistance. I don't think he does much in the way of debuffs. So this is going to be an interesting fight. This is just going to be raw power. So she puts up lots of buffs. She actually puts up block damage whenever Volcano's Fumor does his passive. So that's going to interrupt my ability to do damage, but it's not going to be deleterious. Okay. So I'm going to put myself behind a veil, and I'm going to resist the urge to make a comment about, you know, don't abuse me like the IDF abuses the Palestinians. Does that count as having made that awful joke? That's terrible. It's not even a joke. It just makes me sad. Yeah, put up the increased defense. We're gonna have to get by without Duchess. I think we can do it. I think we can still do it. I'm trying to think, who do we even want to take out first? But it may not come down to who I want to take out first. It may have to be Ultimate Death Knight. And this first hit is, I think, is just a. I'm just gonna eat that first hit. It'll increase the power of his A1. Now hopefully the HP burns can start to burn through them. Nice. Got rid of him already. No peril. But I did get that counterattack, so that's one chance to maybe get a peril. If he's smart, he's just going to pile up on him. And not touch more too. Okay, so I'm going to go for the AoE. Nice. Oh, he's in big old trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. He might still be able to do this. Oh, that's too bad. I've seen Rotos come back right from the brink, but good game, IDF. Leave those Palestinians alone. Leave the poor Palestinian children alone. Oh, what a night to end. What a note to end on, eh? I can't end on that note. I think I have to do 5 more fights. Let's see, battle log. How'd we do today? This isn't even okay. I've had 6 victories so far. That actually implies I'm probably going to lose more than win now. But yeah, let's just do 5 more fights. All in all, I'd say this is still. There we go. This is still probably my favorite way to use Volcano's Fumor. I could even show you guys some classic arena fights afterwards. I don't know. Maybe that could be its own video. This is probably long enough. This is called Live Arena. We'll just stick it to Live Arena. So he's got Harima again with a 6-star polymorph. That automatically that's who I'm eliminating. So because even now I do have time to pivot into a different team, and that's another reason why I like to pick these 2 first. It gives me time to maybe decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to go for King Queen and some others, but I'm going to go for Volcanos. And do I want Helicath or do I want her? I reserve the right to pick Candrafon or Helikath or even Kymar. I haven't picked him today. He isn't my fastest champion. He's at about 320 speed, which I find just isn't fast enough if I'm trying to outspeed the likes of Siphi. He's plenty good in the PvP stuff. Not PvP, PvE. This is PvP, Gavin. All right. I'll take these guys. 100% want to eliminate her. This fight could be over very quickly. I get to keep Volcanoes. Awesome. Although it means I don't get to keep Wither's aura. But that's okay, because I can take Volcano's aura. So now the scary part. She's going to put everything on cooldown, invariably. So everybody's on cooldown. She even removed my stone skin. Yikes. So Mortu Macabre is not as resistant. Like, I built him with a lot of resistance, but I think it's about 730. It's still pretty far below Volcanoes. I'm even thinking I might just look over Mortu's gear and see if there's anything he's got that would be better on Volcanoes. Because I didn't touch Mortu's gear to build Volcanoes. I really wanted to make sure. Yeah, let's just touch her. Just bad touch. Siphi's the one with the bad touch, though. I hate that Siphi touch. I feel like I was mid-thought and then I interrupted myself there. So I apologize for that. Oh, right. Just the resistance. So yeah, I'm thinking, well, we can eliminate Siphi. That's probably the way to go. I want to take this guy out, but that's very difficult to do because he puts himself in that unkillable mode anytime you kill him. Luckily, it happened on my turn, so that kind of gives me a little bit of something. Anyway, he's the nuker. Let's get rid of him. So he's gone. Candy's got a unkillable. It's going to be hard to remove this unkillable buff. Not impossible, just very difficult because of his blessing. It has me thinking maybe I could have given Volcanoes this blessing too. Now he's asleep, so he's useless. I really want to take out that Siphi. Because basically after this turn, she's going to be able to put him to sleep right when he's about to take a turn. But I think I've got it. It's really going to come down to, are they going to be able to do enough damage? So I'm going to use the A1. It does enough damage. Excellent. And this is the whole reason why I liked the idea of using regen. If I get to a late stage in the fight where they can try to wear me down. But against the likes of Armands, the resistance is really what you need. Because he's gotta not take my turn meter. He's gotta not stun me. That's all incredibly important. So the counter to this strategy that I'm using, just in case anybody wants to know how to beat me, you bring Armands, plus a 6-star polymorph, which could be on your Armands, and somebody with increased accuracy, like Lady Mikage, with a 6-star polymorph. That's all. It's not easy to achieve, but the endgame players, they have it. Because they spend ridiculous amounts of money on this game, which is another objection that I have. You guys that are spending millions of dollars on this game, you guys are being abused. Anyway, I'm going to go for Duchess, my +3 Duchess, the only plussed champion that I have. I could +1 a few of the others, but I'm still trying to fill out the factions. The only reason why I chose to +3 my Duchess is because I was able to fill out the faction. I actually have an additional Helicath in there that I could probably plus. I think I have an additional Wither in there too. So I'm going to go for my usual. We'll take these two. And then I'm going to be taking Volcanoes, and I'm going to go for Wither again. Or possibly Candy. I think I'm not even going to entertain bringing Kymar unless I can rebuild Kymar to be closer to 400 speed, which means I'd basically be taking all the fastest gear on my account, and I'd be putting it on Kymar. It might possibly be worth it. If I was serious about just using an all-demon team from now on. But I don't think this all-demon team is actually my best team. It's just the one I'm having the most fun using. So I'm going to go for... I'm going to take Wither. Yeah. Just in case I need the resist. Now this girl scares me because she can just kill straight through Stone Skin, so I probably have to ban her. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ban her. I'm losing Volcanoes Fumor anyway. We'll take the resist. That leaves me with 2 different magic champions that I have to kill with spirit champions, which is not good. It's the wrong affinity for me. So I have a bad feeling about this fight. But I am going to give it a couple of rounds. I'm not just going to give up. Just yet. So we Veil. Wow, that failed. Was that a fluke? I can't tell. My Duchess has about 500 resist, I think. So it's not, it wouldn't be unheard of for her to resist that, but it would surprise me if at this level of arena that was an actual resist and not just a kind of a 3% chance. I probably need to kill Rhodos first. So if I get Peril, that's probably where it has to go. Or maybe it should go towards Sun Wukong. I mean, at this point, we're really running out of time. I don't even have it. So this isn't going to work. But basically, I think I was already cornered because it's very difficult for Rhodos to die to a Peril. You basically need both hits to not be a weak hit, and I feel like a weak hit is practically 50-50 shot. It's ridiculous. And Sify can just put him to sleep. So you need to take out Sify before the Stone Skin expires. You need to take out Rhodos before the Stone Skin expires, and you probably need to take out Sun Wukong before the Stone Skin expires. I guess the point is that that was already it. So I can already see they've got Armands plus increased defense or increased accuracy and polymorph. So I'm going to need to eliminate one of the two of them. So for now, I'll bring these two. Right now, I'm thinking we eliminate him. At least we get rid of the speed aura. We get rid of the polymorph. We get rid of all the other shenanigans that Armands can get up to. And it looks like the plan isn't necessarily to make this team fast. So I'm going to bring him and her. The only champion that even needs accuracy is Armands. So, I mean, Marius does use accuracy to remove the buffs. But I'm still going to eliminate Armands. I think that's the way to go. And I lost Fumor, which is too bad. Do I want the speed then? Do I want the defense? Maybe I will take the resistance just in case. Or do I want the speed? Hell, I'll take the speed. Now, instead of Wither, I kind of wish I'd taken Candrafon. Because Mortu Macabre by himself, there's too much RNG. And first of all, it's impossible to kill this guy outright. It kind of takes 2 shots to do it. So a second nuker would go a long way. So maybe bringing Wither was a mistake. Maybe it should have been a second nuker. Wither is designed to soak up a lot of damage, though. So she's better at keeping the party alive, but, I mean, that's only half the battle. Helikath can also keep us alive when he gets off his block damage, which happens to be this time. So let's put up the increased defense. That'll increase my damage. It'll decrease their damage. If possible, I'm going to try to kill Marius last. Because Marius basically can't avoid hitting Mortu Macabre every round. That's extremely useful. So I'm going to... Maybe I'll just double down on UDK. I was expecting that to take both shots. That's part of why I doubled down. Otherwise, I'd actually have picked her. I guess I stand by my choice. I think I made the solid choice. Just make sure Utica goes down. I guess I can just hit everybody. I'm also thinking, as a nice variation for Wither, she could be in a stun set. It wouldn't really help with the likes of this team. Oh man, I'm losing my Duchess. So my time on this, my time in this world is limited now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to swing this. Definitely not going to be able to swing it. So good game, whatever your name is. So we got 2 fights left. May as well stick to the demon theme. So Pasha. I'm going to bring the demons because I am passionate about them. I am passionate about my Duchess. So he's bringing Armands again. I'm going to bring Yeah, I really do want to bring this Helicath. Even though he often gets controlled, when he doesn't, he's really helpful. I don't know, maybe I want to crank up his damage a little. Right now, he's got nothing that ignores defense. I used to put him in a bit of ignore defense so that every time he hit back, at least I could keep a steady pace with the damage. Do I want Wither? Do I want another nuker? Let's bring Candy. I think I have to eliminate Harima again. And I'm pretty much expecting to lose Fumor again. Although, I don't know, it seems very frequently they take away Duchess, which is not wrong. Sometimes they take away Mortu Macabre, which is also not wrong. But we'll absolutely take away her. I'm losing Duchess. I'm keeping VULKANOS. I'm going to use his aura. It's all going to come down to this first move. Does he have enough accuracy to hit my VULKANOS? And that includes the polymorph, because it's a 5-star polymorph, so if the accuracy does it, I'll probably just get polymorphed. So much for Helicath. Resistance is holding. On both of them, cool. I mean, if he's having too much trouble hitting even Mortu Macabre, there's no way he's ever going to hit VULKANOS. So let's see. Does this do enough? Oh yeah, we took 2 of them right out of the gate. Awesome. Awesome. This is a good game. That's it. Maybe that's a sign I should be bringing Candy more often. Because he absolutely does also have the capacity to win fights. So, Penguin Parker, you are my last opponent in Live Arena. I mean, I've still got a month, but I'm not going to promise to do any more episodes of Live Arena. It does take a kind of a mental effort. Like, I do like kind of passively coming in and doing a few fights, but I feel like if I'm recording them, I have to fill the dead air and I have to be interesting. And really, once this game starts to take up like a lot of your life, then it can actually get challenging being interesting, because all I can really do is comment on the tedious game that I'm still playing. Anyway, you already know I'm taking Mortu. I'm taking Helicath. And my last 2 will probably be the 2 nukers. And I think I want to eliminate him, unless there's anything really annoying. You know, like Harima is, of course, death to all of this. Oh, as a Salamel or whatever her name is, that's probably who I have to eliminate. I'll take VULKANOS Fumor, and I want to take Candy. I want to be able to get this fight done quickly. I have to eliminate her. She hits right through Stone Skin, which means she could basically just one-shot VULKANOS. She's maybe one of the few champions that can do it, along with the Nutcracker. Probably Fatalis Blademaster as well, which is the only one that I have. I built him up, though. I built Fatalis Blademaster up, and I'm really disappointed in his damage. Like, from the way his kit reads, it seems like he should be good, and I've faced him in the arena, and he has done monstrous amounts of damage to my not particularly tough champions. but it's not like he's unbeatable, and he definitely isn't in the top meta. Or if he is in the top meta, you've got to have like godly stats on him. I don't even know how you build him, because I built him as good as I can, and he just kind of stinks. Whereas you can see the stats up top for Volcanoes, and he's smacking in here, and his crit damage is what, 230 something percent, 238% crit damage. That's like nothing. That's a lot less than it used to be, and he's still basically one-shotting things if the fight goes on for even a couple of rounds. Do I think... You know what? I'm going to go... Oh, man. I fell for it. I fell for it. I thought I'd need my increase attack, and I forgot. I wasn't under block debuffs, and he's got Torm in the Cold, so of course I got frozen. Do I want the shield? I actually don't want it yet. Here, let's just hit him. I'm gonna try to inch him towards being dead. Should we go for the A1? I just want to activate that passive of his to get rid of it. Maybe I should be prioritizing one of the other champions. Like Frolny, probably. Although Frolny is tough as hell. That's the interesting thing about Frolny. He could just stay alive and beat on you for days. Anyway, there we go. We've got him on the ropes finally. There's still time for Volcanoes to take him out before he takes all of us out. Mortu Macabre could also do it. And my resistance is holding as well. He tried to steal that stone skin. Didn't work. Although he wouldn't have been able to steal the block damage, so I'm not really sure why he tried to target Volcanoes. Maybe he just didn't have any good targets anyway. So you might as well go for the stone skin. I guess that's the strategy there. So I think I have to take out him. So he's gone. Revive blocked. I really need Peril to kick in on Mortu Macabre, so I can take out Frolny. That's what I need. I'm using the word need here. So let's use this. Nice. I have enough power. I'm going to take out her, so she can't revive anyone. I didn't get Peril, but it looks like I won't need it after all. So good game, Penguin Parker, and good game, everybody else. You know, thanks for stopping by as usual. I do look forward to seeing you on the next video. I may do another one, but I don't know. If you like this, I mean, a lot of content creators say the like and subscribe thing, but like at this point, the channel's winding down. But feel free to like or dislike, but most of all, leave a comment. That comment is the thing that I am likeliest to engage with at this point. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. See you on the next video. Take care of yourselves.